Hey guys, Mother's Day is next weekend, and if you are still trying to figure out what to make for mom and you're not an early riser, you might consider brunch. So to give you some ideas, I've come together with a few of my favorite YouTube channels to bring you a playlist all on brunch ideas. And for my part, I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful dessert that is perfect for brunch, an apricot almond tartlet. I love this recipe because they're elegant and sophisticated. It's also a great dessert to make for a crowd because you're going to make them in a muffin tin and we're going to end up with 12 desserts. So even if you serve a cake or a tart, you usually only end up with 8 pieces. And you also don't have any tart or cake to cut. Let me show you how to make them. In an electric mixer, you're going to add 7 ounces of almond paste. Now this is not the same as marzipan, and just to make it all the more confusing, in the store they are listed right together, almond paste and marzipan. Marzipan is really for candy making, where almond paste is for making cakes and other baked goods. To that you're going to add half a cup of unsalted butter and 3 tablespoons of sugar. You're going to beat this mixture up just until it's nice and fluffy and everything is well combined. Then you're going to add 2 eggs, beating in between additions and scraping down the bowl when needed. And then you're going to add half a teaspoon of almond extract. Give that a beat, and then we're going to mix together our dry ingredients. So in a smaller bowl, you're going to combine 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Just give that a light whisk, and then you can add this to your almond mixture. Give it a beat, and then your batter is done. Now to prepare our tartlets, we are going to get out a muffin tin, give it a light spray with some cooking spray, and then you're going to roll out some puff pastry onto a lightly floured surface. You want to cut the puff pastry into 3-inch by 3-inch squares, roll it out slightly, and then go ahead and take that puff pastry and fit it into your muffin well. Then you're going to take your almond batter and you're going to place about 2 tablespoons in each well. I find it's really helpful to use one of those little mini ice cream scoops because it just makes it a little bit less messy, but you can use spoons as well. You're going to sprinkle each one with a little bit of raw almonds and then top each one with an apricot half. Now you can use fresh apricots, you can use the kind that come in the jar or the can, either one will do. At this stage, it's really helpful to take our muffin tin and pop it in the freezer for 10 minutes or put it in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. The reason being is we want to make sure that that puff pastry is nice and chilled before it hits a hot oven. Otherwise, what will happen is the pastry will start to melt before it has a chance to puff up, and then you'll end up with a big mess on your hands. So it's better off to take the extra step to make sure that your puff pastry is nice and chilled. Then you're going to pop these in a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes. You'll know when they're done when the puff pastry is golden brown and the centers are puffed up and set. Then you want to take your muffin tin out and allow it to cool slightly. Then you can go ahead and pop out each tartlet and place it on a cooling rack. And then we're going to dust each one with some powdered sugar. Then to serve, we're going to take a tartlet and pop it on a plate and serve it with a big dollop of vanilla ice cream. I love these desserts because they are so delicious, and with the apricot and the almond, they have all those great flavors of spring. They're delicate and sophisticated, just like mom. I hope you guys give this one a try and let me know what you think, and I also hope you'll stick around to watch the other videos in this playlist. There's some other terrific recipes that I know you and your mom are going to love. Okay, everybody, celebrate your mom on Mother's Day, and I will see you back here next week for another easy recipe. Until then, bye.